Hey, let me ask you something right away. Have you ever sat down to play or create and felt like your PC was just barely keeping up with what you want to do? That exact frustration fades the moment you fire up the Skytech Azure 3 Plus. This is for the kind of person who notices when motion stutters instead of flows, when load times feel like pauses, when your rig feels behind you instead of beside you. You've lived with systems that cough under pressure, that make you dial back settings, that make you wonder if you should have spent more. Once you've experienced true responsiveness, anything less feels like settling. But before you go deeper, take a moment to check the current price and availability. Machines this capable don't hang around at the same numbers forever, and hesitation almost always turns into regret later. You knew it was time to upgrade when your old setup started making you adjust your expectations instead of staying in the moment. Maybe fast-paced scenes dropped frames. Maybe projects in your editor lagged just when you needed smooth playback. That tension between what you want and what your machine delivers disappears the second the system boots. The relief hits fast. No more babysitting performance. No more closing background apps just to squeeze out a few extra frames. This Ryzen 7 7800 by 3D and RX 9070 combo doesn't just handle demanding titles, it owns them with a calm confidence you hadn't realized you were missing. You launch what you want, and it stays responsive. You push settings higher, and it doesn't flinch. You stop thinking about the machine and start living inside what you're doing. Picture deep gaming sessions where everything feels fluid and connected, where big open-world visuals don't choke performance, where ray-accelerated effects don't drag you down. Visuals feel crisp, motion stays tight, and every scene feels like it's happening right now, not a beat behind. Imagine heavy creative tasks where rendering and timelines stay responsive, where swapping between tools feels natural, not like a negotiation with your hardware. Once you've lived with this level of power and clarity, every time you glance at something weaker your mind instinctively compares, and you always drift back here. Not because it's flashy, but because it respects your standards. Anything less starts to feel like a compromise you shouldn't have to make. If you're even a little curious, don't let stock works or price swings slow you down. Systems like this reward decisive action, not hesitation. You feel instant responsiveness every session. Graphics stay smooth under pressure. Games and apps launch without pause. Heavy workloads never interrupt flow. You feel proud and confident using it. It's bigger than compact desktop systems. And premium performance needs good ventilation. But eventually the comparison loop just quiets, because you already know what you want, the setup that doesn't ask you to dial back your expectations. At that point, waiting only turns into future regret. So check the price, check the stock, and if it's there now, make the call. This is the kind of upgrade you'll notice every time you sit down, and you will wonder why you waited at all.